This is All India Radio, the news read by Anita Thapar. Law Minister Kapil Sibal told the Lok Sabha today that the government is to file a review petition before the Supreme Court on its judgment of the 18th of July, which ruled out reservations in super speciality posts in the All India Institute of Medical Sciences. He said reservation in these type of posts is a constitutional right which cannot be taken away. Mr. Sibal was responding to the members who were agitated over the judgment. Cutting across party lines, all of them wanted the government to bring a constitution amendment bill in this session itself to negate the Supreme Court's judgment. Mr. Sibal assured them that this may be done after the outcome of the review petition. Speaker Meera Kumar observed that in view of the agitated mood of the House, the government should think about a constitution amendment straight away. Leader of Opposition Sushma Swaraj said the Supreme Court judgment will affect the reservation policy in future. She viewed that the judgment has transgressed the scope of the case by making observations which were unwarranted. The members were not satisfied with the minister's reply and they kept agitating by surging into the well. This forced the Speaker to adjourn the House till noon. In Jammu and Kashmir, curfew continues for the sixth consecutive day in Kishtwar town and outskirts today, while in other districts of Jammu region, it was relaxed for different periods yesterday. Curfew was relaxed for the first time in Jammu city and other areas last evening for 3 hours, which passed off peacefully. Authorities have detained 19 more troublemakers across the region yesterday, taking the total number of arrests and detentions to 130. Our correspondent reports that the situation in the entire Jammu district remained peaceful yesterday. The Supreme Court directs the Jammu and Kashmir government to pay compensation of up to 2 lakh rupees to people injured in the Kishtwar communal clashes. India says peace must return on the border for any bilateral talks with Pakistan. Speaking to reporters in New Delhi on the sidelines of a function, External Affairs Minister Salman Khurshid said steps need to be taken by Pakistan before India starts addressing talks issue. He said the air needs to clear before India can give its response to holding off talks. Mr. Khurshid said there is a sense of disappointment in India over the recent Pakistani actions and the priority today is that the ceasefire violations must stop. Earlier, the External Affairs Ministry spokesperson, Syed Akbaruddin, welcomed Pakistan Prime Minister Nawaz Sharif's offer seeking peace and friendship, but he insisted that Pakistan must honor the sanctity of the line of control and abide by its commitment to not let its territory be used by terrorists. The Cabinet Committee on Economic Affairs (CCEA) has approved funding for the procurement of 10,000 buses and ancillary infrastructure for urban transport under the Jawaharlal Nehru National Urban Renewal Mission for all cities with special emphasis on the hill states. A decision to this effect was taken at a CCEA meeting chaired by the Prime Minister in New Delhi yesterday. The project will cost around 6,300 crore rupees and the total estimated additional central assistance is about 4,450 crore rupees. The funding will improve urban services, particularly urban transport in cities and towns. Expressing concern over the recent tragedy in Uttarakhand, the Supreme Court has prohibited the setting up of any new hydroelectric power project in the state. It directed the centre to constitute an expert body to study the environmental degradation caused by such projects. The Apex Court yesterday directed the Ministry of Environment and Forests and the Uttarakhand government not to grant any further environmental or forest clearance for any hydroelectric power project until further orders. The Indian Navy submarine INS Sindhu Rakshak caught fire after an explosion and sank at Naval Dockyard in Mumbai late last night. However, 18 personnel, including 3 officers on board, are still missing. A defense spokesperson gave this information to the media. An explosion resulting in a major fire took place on board INS Sindhu Rakshak, a Kilo-class submarine of the Indian Navy, shortly after midnight. Due to the explosion, the submarine has submerged at the dock with only a portion visible above the surface. Efforts are on to ascertain the safety of the personnel and salvage the submarine. And that's the end of this news bulletin.